Welcome to our volunteer toolkit tutorial. I'm going to show you a little bit about the volunteer toolkit as well as a little bit of our website. We are currently looking at our website, gsgms.org, and you can see that bright join today, bright pink join today on your screen. That join today is where any new interested Girl Scout can go to register. If you have someone saying, I want to be in your troop, then they can go to that bright pink join today and they will put in their information and also be able to select your troop number. So just make sure you give it to them. Now, sometimes there is issues with them trying to find the troop or whatever it may be. So always follow up with it. If you do not see them landing in your troop, then give us a call, give your membership specialist a call so that way we can get that fixed for you. Because it does happen every once in a while. Now, we're going to go over here to this events tab and check this out. You can do an event search if you want to filter it or if you know what you're looking for, whatever it may be. But we're going to look at this event calendar. You do have all of the different categories so that way you can kind of judge it based off of colors. As we scroll down, we will see that the gray is going to be anything that involves an adult, whether it is a first aid certification, an archery certification, or maybe just a training. So that will always be in gray. The colorful ones are always pertaining to our Girl Scouts though. And so what I want you to know is that some of our events are level specific and some of them are for multiple levels. So you always have to read your description to know. These right here, this Brownie Badge workshop at Lynn Meadows, it's for the Art Creator Badge. The Lynn Meadows is on the coast. This badge workshop is Brownie specific. So brownies will earn a badge. So if you take daisies or something like that, they're not going to earn anything from this one. It is $20 for this one. Badge is included. Museum admissions is included. And then tag-alongs, which are the siblings, they can go. Always read your information because it will tell you if a badge is included or who can or cannot attend things. So every event's going to be a little bit different. Make sure you are reading your descriptions. That's going to help out a lot with knowing which one kind of suits your troop. Some troops will plan events and say, okay, this day my daisies are going to go to this event. This day my brownies are going to go to this event. And then on this day, everybody's going to go together for an event. So that way, brownies are still getting to go to their badge workshop. Daisies can still go to their badge workshop. All the things, okay? So always pay attention to that. Z's by the Sea Turtle Badge Sleepover. Whenever we click on that and read the information, the girls will earn a Girl Scouts Love Sea Turtles badge and spend the night underwater. So read your description so that way we can see this. Girls must be accompanied by an adult, so no drop-offs. So your daughter has to have a chaperone. Make sure you are paying attention to all of those details. Whenever we are clicking on this event, now we can see that the levels, daisies, brownies, juniors, seniors, ambassadors, cadets, all levels are invited to this event. So read your description so that way you know what all of your Girl Scouts can do and how much it costs, that kind of thing. Some of our events are limited on space, so make sure that if it's an event you're interested in, that you mark that on your calendar so that way you don't miss the deadline or you don't miss it filling up too quickly. So always pay attention to that. Another thing is that our events that we have, they are for all registered Girl Scouts. So once a girl is a registered Girl Scout, then they can go to an event with just them and their mom, just as well as they can go with the troop. So none of our events are troop only. we do have a summer camp portion that's troop specific, but for the most part, our events are open to anyone. So as long as you have a registered Girl Scout, then they are welcome to attend. So it may just be a parent saying, hey, I want to go to this with my daughter, and the troop not go. Some parents might be like, hey, I want to do this with my daughter. Would anyone else like to meet us there? And everybody registers themselves. And then sometimes it's a planned troop event. All of those options are super great options, and they are all available. So if you are a troop leader, make sure that your parents know they can go to the website just the same as you can and register and attend any and every event that is on our website. We want to have everyone attend everything. Okay. All right, so now we will look at our MyGS. Our MyGS is our household account, so that's where you're going to find the people who live in your household. And you will see, once you log in, you will be able to see that welcome with your name and the people in your household. On the left-hand side, you're going to see this My Profile. So if you need to update email address or physical address or phone numbers, you can go to the My Profile option. You can go to this My Troop option to see some of your troop. You can go to this My Events. Anytime that you are registering for an event, you will also go to this My Events to look at your upcoming events. And once you have an upcoming event, you're going to click on it. You will click on your upcoming events, and inside of the information, you will see a Word document, PDF link that will give you the information that's needed as far as packing list or directions, or even like a Zoom link if you're trying to attend a training. So always go into the upcoming event and check out all of those details so that way you're not missing anything, because that's where it will be. We're going to go check out our volunteer toolkit now. Whenever I click on our volunteer toolkit, it takes us out of our MyGS account and into our volunteer toolkit, because this now becomes a troop account. So you and your other main leaders will share this same account. So always remember that, because if you delete something, then it's going to delete for her. If she deletes something, then it's going to delete for you. If you're a guy, if you have male leaders, that's great too. Dads, grandpas, uncles, whoever, they are welcome in Girl Scouts as long as everyone is registered with a background check. We do have a few male leaders, and so I always forget that, but we do have those. But this is our volunteer toolkit. You see this My Troop tab. That's where you will click to see all of the girls in your troop and all of the adults who are registered to your troop, because you do need to know what adults are registered with their background checks, so that way you make sure you have enough adults for ratio purposes whenever you get ready to travel or go and do anything. We see our resource tab over here. You'll find a couple of different things in the resource tab, so you can go check that out. And then we have our finance tab to the far right. Our finance tab is where you will go between the months of May and June to submit your finance report. The finance report is completely digital, and it's the different category breakdowns. It does not open until May, so you won't be able to really see it until then. But as soon as May gets here, then you will be able to look at that. It's a one upload. That's it. And you want to make sure you're getting that done by June the 30th. That finance report needs to be due by June the 30th. Okay. All right. So we're going to look at this Explore tab that's already lit up right here. We're going to scroll down a little bit, and we're going to go to Explore Meeting Plans. We're going to use our filters, and we're just going to select daisies and brownies. I always leave number 2 just open, so that way I'm not narrowing down my search anymore. Number 3, I'm going to choose from our 4 Girl Scout pillars. Our 4 Girl Scout pillars are life skills, STEM, outdoor, and entrepreneurship. And then we're going to hit this view list. Now, whenever we view this list, we're going to see all of the brownie badges that are offered right there. Brownie, Budget Builder 1 and 2, My Own Budget. It's always great to do budget badges during the months of September, October, whenever you are doing fall product season. And then there are cookie badges that you will do during January, February, March during cookie season. So those are great times to do those badges. Of course, any outdoor badges you may want to do in the little bit of warmer months or before it gets too cold outside. But these are all some badges that are offered through Girl Scouts. As you see, some of our badges have the numbers next to them. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, whatever it may be. This is not 2 separate badges. This is 2 parts to 1 badge. So make sure whenever you are making your selection that you are selecting all of the parts that go with that badge, or otherwise you're going to be missing some information. I always suggest, leaders always ask, how do I choose my badges? We want Girl Scouts to be girl-led. So I always suggest is ask your girls what they would like to do in Girl Scouts, what interest they have. I love to be able to write it down on a poster board, and I always make everyone think of their own thing. Even if the girl is like, well, she just said mine. That's okay. Think of something new. Write all of that down, and then I take those interests and what they want to do, and then I find a badge that matches that. And that's how I kind of choose badges along the way. But so whenever you're choosing badges, that's a great way to choose a badge, but there's no real right or wrong way. So we're just going to grab us the Making Friends badge, part 1, part 2, a snack badge, part 1, part 2. Scroll down, and these are all still brownie badges. There are plenty to do. The Girl Scout Way badge is a great little beginner badge. I always feel like you will celebrate Juliette Gordon Lowe's birthday, so you might want to do that in October. Juliette Gordon Lowe is our founder, and her birthday is on Halloween. So that's a great time to kind of do that badge. There's a dancer badge right here. Always remember that it does not have to be you or your other main leader that does the badge meeting. It could be another person. You could have a guest speaker come in. This first aid badge, maybe you want to go to the fire station and let them do that badge for you. For the dance badge, maybe you want to go to a dance studio to see if they would, do that for you. The outdoor art creator badge, I'm sure you can find somewhere to go for that one. The Bugs badge, I know Lynn Meadows does that a few times of the year. And then the Science Museum, you can call them and schedule that with them. So go and explore. Find other people who can do some badges for you, because it does not have to be you. I've been to a veterinarian clinic to do my pet's badge before. That's always super fun, so that way they can see the ins and out of veterinarian clinics. But all of these are still brownie badges. If you're not an expert in a subject, in a field, and you're like, I don't think I know anything about cybersecurity, talk to someone who does. Find someone who does. Feel free to have those guest speakers and learn with the girls. All right. Census badge is always really fun to do with the girls. I always love those badges. Okay. All right. We're going to scroll down. Okay. Here we are to some of our Daisy badges. Now, Daisies are normally going to start by earning their Daisy Promise Center and Daisy Petals. That is based off of our Girl Scout law, our promise and law. And so, as you see right here, this Daisy Petal, respect myself and others. The next one is be a sister to every Girl Scout. That should sound familiar if you have said our Girl Scout promise and law yet, because each line represents a Girl Scout petal. So whenever you are just starting out as daisies, That's normally what you're going to start by earning is your Girl Scout Daisy and your Girl Scout Daisy Promise Center and petals. Okay. All right, so I've selected a few things. We're going to add it to our year plan. All right, now it kicked us over to our year plan, as you can see, and it broke it down for us, meeting 1, 2, 3, 4, all the things. You can move them around. So if you do have what we call a multi-level troop, and you're like, okay, well, part of my brownie badge is going to be earned on meeting 1, and then part of my Respect Myself and Others Daisy Petal is also going to be earned during meetings 1, then you can, sorry, I shouldn't have clicked on that. Then you can adjust. Okay, so you can move those around. Now, you should know when your meetings are going to be held. Most meetings are held every other week. On a weekday, on a weekend, it does not matter. Most troops do meet every other week, but you can do it weekly or monthly, however, but you can manage your calendar. So once you have your dates picked, then you can come over here and say, okay, we're going to have our first meeting on October the 21st. It's going to be at 7 o'clock, and we're going to do it bi-weekly. We're going to have our meetings bi-weekly. We're going to scroll down, and we're going to update our calendar. And now you can see that we're going to do Making Friends badge on the 21st, but it has November the 4th for Respect Myself and Others for this daisy petal. So you can always adjust to that. So save. Now we see that we're doing Making Friends Part 1 on October 21st. And we will be doing Respect Myself and Others on October 21st. So if you have a multi-level troop, that is a great way to kind of lay that out for you so you know kind of when you're doing things. And you can always adjust. Now remember, you can adjust anything, but once you delete, there's no undo button. There's no go back button. So always pay attention to that. All right, so we're going to check out this Make Friends 1 badge, Part 1. Now, these are 5 steps. All of your brownie badges are going to have 5 steps to it. So for every step, you should be completing an activity. If you create your own activities, that is perfectly fine as long as you are meeting these steps. Because when the girls have earned this badge, they'll know how to be a good friend. So step 1, make friendly introductions. Step 2, show friends they care. Step 3, share favorite activities. Step 4, learn how to disagree. And step 5 is practice friendship. So how do we meet those steps? What activities do we do? Some people can create their own activities, and that's wonderful. Some people cannot. I'm one of those people. So what do? I go down here and I have 2 options. I can download this booklet, which is a new feature that the Volunteer Toolkit just brought. Those booklets are kind of old school, but they are being brought back a little bit on the Volunteer Toolkit. As you see, we still have the same 5 steps here, but for step 1, make friendly introductions, here are our choices. We can do choice 1, choice 2, or choice 3. So you'll choose one of those activities, and that's how you will complete step 1. When we go down to step 2, you will see more activities to choose from. You choose an activity for step 2. So you do all of your activities. And you should be doing a total of 5 activities. Step 4, here's activities to choose from. Step 5, here's your activities to choose from. So this is the booklet. Now, if you're like, I don't want to use the booklet, that's fine. You also have the Volunteer Toolkit. The Volunteer Toolkit breaks it down very similar to that. Some troops do have snacks, so they've factored in for that snack 5 minutes. An opening ceremony. So every Girl Scout meeting should be laid out like this. You should have your opening ceremony, all of the activities that you're going to do in the middle, and then a closing ceremony. So if you want to do part 2 and part 1 together, then you would do all 5 activities on the same day, as opposed to doing 3 activities one night and 2 activities the other night. You have to kind of navigate that depending on the size of your troop, what activities you're kind of doing, and all of those good things. But every meeting layout should always be your opening ceremony with your Girl Scout promise and law, the activities you're doing to earn your badge, and then the closing ceremony, however that may be. The closing ceremony could be a friendship circle. I always love to sing the Make New Friends song. Some people say a prayer. Some people say, okay, have a good night. That's all we're doing for the night. Some will discuss what they've learned. You choose how your closing ceremony will be. So, but these are the activities that the Volunteer Toolkit has offered us. It should be the same as our booklet. So as we scroll back up right here, let me scroll back up to, okay, make friendly introductions, introduce yourself, introduce a friend, ask a parent to introduce you. So that's what's in the booklet. So it is a little bit different, I'm sorry. So in the Volunteer Toolkit, it's write a name poem, give something to a special friend, be a friend to someone you don't know. So the booklet is different activities. So that may be helpful if you're like, well, I don't like this set of activities. You could always try the booklet for other activities. But we're going to click write a name poem, share a favorite activity with a friend, and find kind words. That's the activities that we're going to choose for our first 3 steps. And we're going to scroll up, go to our meeting plan. And now we see, as the girls arrive, we're going to do a snack. Put your snack wherever you would want it to be. It does not have to be at the beginning of your meeting. The materials they suggest for your snack is right there for you. You can change that if you want to. This is a resource, so if you want to change something, feel free to change it. Your opening ceremony, which is the Girl Scout promise and law. A lot of troops also prefer to say the Pledge of Allegiance with that. Okay. All right, so these are some starter prompts for you to say. Who do you consider to be a friend? Can you tell me why this person is your friend? So these are just some starter questions for you as the leader. Now, what I personally do is whenever I print one of these out, I highlight like 2 or 3 that I'm going to say. Or maybe even 1, just depending on a lot of different things. So I highlight what I'm going to say, and then I leave out the rest because it might not all be needed for that day and time. All right, our first activity is write a name poem. This says 25 minutes. Maybe it does not take you 25 minutes. Maybe your troop only consists of 5 Girl Scouts, and it does not take that long. That is okay. Feel free to adjust as needed. It gives you a list of the materials that are needed. It's going to give you the steps. Give each girl a copy of the name poem about brownies. This is highlighted in green because it's a hyperlink. So whenever we click on it, it takes us to the name poem about brownies. Give each girl a paper and writing utensil, and then we're back to here are some things that you can say. So that way you prompt them to get the answers that you're looking for. It gets their wheels turning, and they start thinking about what your discussion is really all about. A lot of teachers love this because it's just like a lesson plan. As we scroll down, now we're going to see the next activity, share a favorite activity with a friend. Same thing, you have the materials listed out, you have what you're going to say, girls volunteers sharing a favorite activity with the troop. It lays it out for you over what to say and what to do, okay? The next activity, find kind words. You have your materials that it suggests. You can always adjust. It has the things for you to say, and then it has the things that the girls are going to do. So feel free to adjust to any of that. Take out what you don't need and keep what you do. That is perfectly fine. Okay? So that is what your meeting plan looks like. After you have selected your activities, you can also see the material list. I love this because I can kind of consolidate this, send this out to parents and say, hey, for the next meeting, this is what we kind of need. Who can bring what? That's how you can get some supplies from your troops, from your parents. So I always love that. Any of the hyperlinks that you were seeing, they are down here in the meeting aids section. So in the meeting aids, so name, poem about brownies, they're going to be down here in the meeting aids. Every part of a badge will have different meeting aids, okay? All right, so that's what the Make Friends 1 looked like. We're going to go over to the Make Friends 2. As we see, this is part 2. So this is the same 5 steps. The same booklet is offered. The only thing different are the activities below. Because you're going to do 5 activities. If there's 5 steps, 5 activities. Okay? You still have your opening ceremony, your closing ceremony. So like I was saying, if you want to do all of your activities in one night, that is fine. Do your opening ceremony, your 5 activities, and do your closing ceremony. You can record attendance. If you're recording attendance, the girls do have to be marked in attendance for every part of the badge. So always pay attention to that. If you purchase the badge here, you're purchasing it through GS USA. So if you have any issues with shipping or anything, you do have to go back through GS USA. We have all of the badges in stock at our local Girl Scout shops. So feel free to just swing through there to actually pick them up in person. Sometimes with our mailing system, shipping isn't the best. But either one is an option, but that one does come from GS USA. All right, so this is the daisy petal. This is what daisies start off by doing, is the Girl Scout promise and law. Respect myself and others. Daisies find new ways to show respect for yourself, your friends, your family, and your community. This one only has 3 steps. So what does that mean? We're going to do 3 activities. Unfortunately, they have not made it to where this one is downloadable. You actually have to purchase that handbook. But you still have the volunteer toolkit. So whenever we scroll down, we have 3 steps. So that means we have to do 3 activities. So we have 2 choices for each activity. Make a respect myself checklist. Get to know each other's feelings. And have a respect scavenger hunt. When we go up to our meeting plan, we're going to see the same thing. It suggests these snacks. Upon arrival, we can talk about this. Opening ceremony is our Girl Scout promise and law. The first step is the first activity is a make a respect myself checklist. And it goes through all of the supplies, what you need to be asking them, saying to them, and what the activity actually is. So always just look through it. Sometimes you might have to do a little bit more research. I was doing a first aid badge earlier, and it asked about sprains and things like that. So I had to do a little bit of research about sprains, that kind of thing, how to treat them, that kind of thing. So Google is your best friend as well. Emoji matching game. It gives you that hyperlink so that way you can see that. But every one of the badges will look just like this. It's going to be laid out for you. Okay. You still have your opening ceremony. You still have your closing ceremony. And then your meeting aids down bottom. Thank you note template. emoji matching game, respect scavenger hunt. The snack badge is super cool because it has food recipes in it, which I always love. But this is what our volunteer toolkit looks like. Remember, anything you delete, it will delete for your other person. So you just want to be very careful of that. Whenever you are at this explore option, then let's see, down here at the bottom, you can check out awards and badge explorer. So we're going to click on this. This takes us to GS USA site, and we can create a PDF. We're just going to click on all, create a PDF. This isn't going to show us, what goes into every badge, what steps we're doing for every badge. It's going to show us all of the badges that are out there. You still have to use the volunteer toolkit to see what activities you can be doing for each badge. Bear with it while it's downloading. There's so many different badge options. We're going to hit open. And now whenever we hit open, okay, I'm sorry. This does give you the steps, but it doesn't give you the activities. So, but it does show you, what each badge is. So this is another way that you can kind of look to see what each badge is. I am looking for something different to show you though, so bear with me just a second. All right, let's see. Bear with me. I'm trying to find something else that I'm looking for. We're going to click on our resource tab. Okay, here we go. I'm sorry. It's under the resource tab, badge and award chart. Badge and award chart. So now whenever we click on the Daisy badge, this is what I was trying to find for you. The other one's great as well. This one gives you a picture of, hey, all of these badges. So you could hand this to your girls and be like, okay, what do you want to do out of this? And they're going to be like, I want to do the one with the flower on it. That's cute. And that's perfectly fine. Girl Scouts is girl-led, so let them choose. All right, so what I'm looking at, though, is, let me blow this up just a little bit for us. Slide it over. Blow it up a little bit. Okay. All right, so this is what I'm looking for. So at the top of this, you see the Daisy, Brownie, Junior, Cadet, Senior, and Ambassador categories. What I'm looking at is where it lines up. So if you have a multi-level troop, this is a great little tool to use, because if you're working with the the outdoors category, and you're like, okay, I have daisies, what badges match from daisies, brownies to juniors? So this is a great way to kind of look at it. As you see, the daisies will earn the Eco Learner, the brownies will work on the Eco Friend, the juniors will be the Eco Camper, so on and so forth. And so a lot of them do line up across the board. So if you are trying to plan your meetings around each other, then this is a great little tool to use. So you can find this in your resource tab in your volunteer toolkit under that badge and award chart. Okay. All right. So that is everything, kind of what the volunteer toolkit consists of. Whenever you have access to it, if you do not already, then that's going to help you out a lot to kind of go in there and use it yourself and get the feel of it. If you need help, please give us a call. We are here to help you. It is a nifty little tool to be able to use at any point in time. So feel free to reach out to us. We would love to make sure you know how to effectively use the volunteer toolkit, because it will make your year planning a little bit easier. We hope you have a great Girl Scout year. Have a great day.